Hey, Kyle. Say hello to all your old and future girlfriends.
Hello.
That's Kyle. He's my right-hand man of the day. One of the fellow Lafayette football studs, helping me out, showing off his prowess. How's the job going, Kyle?
Digging holes. It's
Yeah?
going good.
Digging a little trench. So I gave Kyle the job of bailing out this hole. What are we doing, and why are we making a video right now? We're making a video to make the world a better place. It's my whole job in life, right? So I make the world a better place everywhere I go. I leave a trail of green tropical paradise behind me everywhere I go. So anyway, we're doing a garden here. I'll show you a little after. There's some cool stuff going on. I'll give you a little tour. But right now, this is a how-to video. Sometimes when people water their lawn a lot and they have really dense clay soil, or and there's any other water introduction, I think we're gonna have a little background noise today. Yeah, definitely gonna have some background noise today. That's all right. That's all right. Makes it real. You can see if you water the lawn a lot and you have clay soil, you end up with a water feature in your hole. And so sometimes more so in some holes than others. See over here we have some drain rock down there, so it looks like it's sucking it up. This one's full of water. But anyway, these palms here are gonna be above that water table. This palm is gonna get close down to it. This is a hybrid Chilean wine palm, Butia capitata. And can you say Butia capitata?
Butia capitata.
Butia capitata.
Butia capitata.
Butia.
Butia.
Booty,
capitata.
like booty, but with an at the end. Say it.
Butia.
Yeah, right. Okay. Kyle likes Butia. It's a really nice Butia palm. Anyway, we're putting this thing in. I'll show you. It's gonna be beautiful. The issue, though, is that all of these roots, well, they love water, but they love water that has oxygen in it. And water that sits in the bottom of a hole loses its oxygen. This was completely full of water, and I gave Kyle the really fun job of bailing all that out, and the even more fun job of digging all the mud out. So what we're doing here, we're gonna have a way to monitor the saturation levels in the hole after we install the plant. How do you do that? Well, think about your engine of your car. What does it need? Kyle, what does the engine of a car need to lubricate it?
Oil.
Oil. Kyle, how do you check the oil level in your car?
The dipstick.
A dipstick, right? We're gonna use a dipstick to check the oil, or the water level of our hole. And so I am gonna plant this thing a little proud, a little high to keep it away from that saturation. But also I wanna make, I wasn't planning on this, but I went down to the store, got some pipes. So the way we do this is we're gonna plant a perforated meaning it has holes, perforations. We're gonna put this down in the hole. You want your perforations to face down so they suck the water from underneath. And then we're gonna have an elbow like this, and it's gonna surface in the hole. And then we're gonna put some fabric on it. If you don't put fabric on it, it'll fill up full of silt. And that way the water will find the pipe, and then you could stick your dipstick down into the hole, which could be like a shovel or whatever, and you can see the level of the water in the hole. If the level of the water in the hole gets too high and too severe for the plant, you can then use an irrigation pump, and I will insert a photo right here. As you can see, that's the pump you want, and then you can bail the water out with that pump. So I'm gonna set this whole thing up, get the elbow, slide the fabric on. You guys don't need to see that. We'll show you the finished product, and then Kyle will give you a tour of the garden when we're done, because he knows all the plant names, right?
Of course.
Yeah, all right. Here we go. Hey, Kyle, are you jealous of that backhoe?
The backhoe?
The backhoe.
Just a little bit, yeah.
You could dig this hole in like 2 minutes.
Facts.
Takes you all day.
Facts.
You should be jealous. Anyway, to show everybody what's going on here, excuse me, sir. Big sir. Yeah, so Kyle, you can pull that cooler out of there. Fortunately, there's no beer in it currently. Oh, there you go. I'll let you go hose that off. Make that cooler great again. So here you go. Here's our profile. We want this pipe to be as low as possible, people. The lower it is, the more you'll know how saturated the hole is, to what degree of saturation there is in the hole. And also when you pump it out, there'll be more of a reservoir of water to pump out between cycling of pumping. And then the other thing is that, you want a little cross section going across horizontally, level your vertical section here. A lot of people will waste money on buying a cap on the end, and they're like $4. So why spend money when you could just tie a knot? That's what I say. $4 is half a burrito or a cheap hamburger. I would rather have one of those, or both. And then of course I get actually $8 because I would need another cap right here. I've done the same thing. I could just untie that. And this is only important for the first 60 days of establishment. Once these palms start to grow new roots and get aggressively growing, they can generally handle saturation because most of them are from areas that can get extreme amounts of water and saturation. In fact, some of these will grow aquatically out of water in freshwater systems and even semi-saline conditions. So anyway, that's what we're doing. We're going to drop this thing in, and we're going to make Lafayette great again, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this was not entirely planned, so some things aren't planned, and this is not one of them, or this is one of them that is not planned. And so normally you want to put some sand on top of this pipe because the sand drains really well, but in this case I'm going to use this really well draining potting soil. It'll do the same thing. It's only temporary, so that sock will hold out 99% of this material. I don't want to put the clay on top of it. That's just a no-no. But we are going to fill a little bit of clay on the bottom to raise the grade, and then we'll mix some of this good soil in with the clay, and then Mr. Palm Tree will be extremely happy. All right, here we go. Take the hook off there. Yep. All right. Kyle, I've got a personal question for you. How good of a cameraman are you?
10 out of 10. Great cameraman.
Let's do it then, man. Come on, stand back and let me show you stand back. And let me show you what a very closely related to Neanderthal man can do. I might have a little Bigfoot in me, I might have a little Sasquatch, Cro-Mag, whatever you want to call it. But yes. Look at that tree. Woo. All right, let's get some soil in here. Okay, Kyle, come over here. I'll be the cameraman, and you can be the soil mover. How's that? So obviously we don't really want the tree leaning in that direction. What are we gonna do? Kyle's gonna fastidiously get more dirt, really good soil. You put the soil on the side that the pond is leaning to, and basically it falls into the hole, and then once you have a bunch in there, you push the tree away from that side, and what ends up happening, the soil drops and creates a wedging action to prevent the tree from rolling back. So one more, Kyle, and then we will push this thing straight. Ba-boom. Okay, watch the soil. Watch what it does. Whee! 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 That's all there is to it. And then maybe push it this way a little bit. Get some soil underneath it. And I bet you that's getting pretty straight. Okay. If you're gonna do that, I have two tips for you. One, don't be as old as me. stuff breaks easier and it's harder to fix. And 2, you want a soft landing on soft dirt, but most importantly, you need a really big sombrero because it acts as a parachute. Okay, here it is. Woo, 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 woo. Ready? Hello, is anybody down there? I don't think anybody's down there. Anyway, that's where you stick your dipstick to see if there's any water down there, or you just drop your phone down with a string on it and a video and pull it back up, see if there's any water. Anyway, this goes down below the root ball pretty far, and that way we will know if there's saturation. And the whole reason why we want to monitor the water down in the root zone is that saturation down there, the water can lose its oxygen. If water loses its oxygen, then roots have a propensity to rot, and the rot can go up into the plant and literally kill the whole entire plant. So it's really important to monitor that. Think of it this way, like you ever had a vase of flowers on your counter, and if you don't change the water for the vase of flowers, the water gets nasty, the flowers rot, the whole house stinks, and everything just goes south, you know. So you got to change your water. Now, if there's water down here and it's fresh water and it's being changed, you know, it's going through and it's not becoming stinky, then you're okay because there's oxygen in that water, and these roots can exist in the oxygen-rich water. It's only when it loses oxygen, it becomes anaerobic, that you have a problem. So if there's a little bit of water down there, no big deal. If there's a lot of water down there, big deal. If there's a lot of water down there that really stinks and smells bad, really big deal. You have to pump that water out. And after about 2-3 months, the plant will heavily root and it'll become much less susceptible to any kind of rotting issues. And that's why we do it. Okay, here we are at the big reveal with probably the happiest person I've ever met. And she's even more happy now. She just bought a bunch of happiness right here.
Absolutely.
This is Helena. I'm at Helena and Eric Kim's house, Helena Jones Kim. And here we are. And they decided they wanted some palm trees to add to their already exuberant happiness. And so here we are. So what we're going to do, Kim, is Helena, we're going to cut the umbilical cord of the palm tree.
Okay.
Right?
Looking forward to it. Yes.
Yeah, so here's Eric. Eric can't be here right now because he is keeping all of us safe. He is a police officer in Oakland, and we all thank Eric. Come on, everybody. Yeah, thank you, Eric. All right. Okay, so Eric's going to be part of this through digitalization. So here you go. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut the umbilical cord right here and then stand back because your new paradise is going to reveal itself. Here comes the big moment. You got to close your eyes and look away. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ah! Stand back and look at your new tree.
Oh my God, that's so beautiful. Look at this.
Yeah, Eric likes it. He likes it. He likes it.
Oh my God, this is so gorgeous. I love it. It's
So
absolutely beautiful.
what you have, I'm gonna fluff it up a little bit here. It's been a little tied up. Got to get a little loose. So this is the beautiful, famous hybrid Chilean wine palm. Take my tag off of it. I tagged this tree down in Southern California a couple weeks ago. I had to fight other people off to get it. There's actually no more of these that are this big. We have to wait a while for them to grow. But anyway, hybridized with a Chilean wine palm and a Butia capitata. It's a gorgeous tree. They actually make edible fruit that you can eat. And this makes little coconuts you can eat.
Oh, I love
Seriously.
it. So excited.
And on the outer part of the coconut, it tastes like pineapple.
Oh, yummy. I love
You're
it.
going to love it. All right, let's do the full tour here. Okay, so Helena.
Okay, next, bye.
All right. Thanks, Eric. Helena wanted privacy. She's like, Gary, I got this street out here. People keep parking their crane trucks in front of my house, and I'm tired of looking at their crane trucks. And we got to grow some privacy here. So you can't see the problem because the crane truck's in the way. Well, maybe you can because the crane truck is sitting there. Anyway, so they have a hedge right here, ligustrum. Ligustrum is a fantastic plant, Ligustrum texanum, for hedging. And I basically said, stick with it. They're going to grow. Be patient. They'll get 8-10 feet tall. But to add to that, we added Trachycarpus fortunii. You like the fortunii?
I love it. It's beautiful.
Cool. Right on. What's the name of it?
Petunia.
Here's the great part. What I found in this business is the people who like don't know anything and just tell, they didn't even come to the nursery. I drew this funky plan. I'll put the plan right here. I'll show you the plan I drew. And they didn't know anything from anything. And they just approved the plan. And then they did it. And then total trust in me.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So the people who do that, it seems like they're the happiest. It's the most bizarre thing. Anyway, we have a line of 4 Trachycarpus. We already had some crepe myrtles here. We're going to leave those there, let them fill in. So eventually we'll have a screen of palm all along here. And you can see how far the Chilean wine palm hybrid went for privacy there. They had a driveway they didn't want to see across the street over there. Okay, case in point. There used to be a view of the street from the front door. There used to be a view of the street from the front door.
Used to be.
Now from Helena's favorite vantage point. Like I said, there used to be from way over here, there's a view of the street. But as you move across, look what happens. Right to the front door and the main view out the windows.
Privacy.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Did it work? All right. So we're done.
And I'm happy.
Done for the front.
Happy.
All right.
On to phase 2.
There it is. So, and then over here, check this out. Livistona. Livistona. So Livistona here, this is from Asia. This palm is so beautiful. Here, stand in there. Oh my gosh, you got to see like how big these fronds are in comparison. So they're huge, and they're not even full grown, and they're super lustrous.
Oh,
they shine. And so really big fronds, really beautiful tree. This tree will just fill out underneath this canopy of camphor tree and European bay leaf. Do you know you can eat these bay leaves? Look. Here. Yeah, look. Here. Smell that.
Ooh, lovely.
Yeah, you don't have to buy those at the store anymore. And then here is another Chilean wine palm Budia hybrid, but this has a lot more Budia in it than Jubea. Has a beautiful curvature. And what we're trying to do here is we're trying to fill this whole entire hole and still leave enough room to walk by. This is where you could put those stepping stones I was talking about with the stump rinds. And we're going to fill in more with other plants here. You got your philodendron, then your green Mediterranean fan palm. It's a baby, but it'll fill this whole entire area. And then you've got your tree fern. You like your tree fern?
Oh, I love it. It's gorgeous.
So that's straight out of New Zealand right there.
Gorgeous. So exotic.
So this tree fern, what it's going to really love is when you come out and sprinkle water on it. It's from an area that gets misted a lot. And so that'll look really good. And these are really tough. They grow in Brazil.
Oh, I love it.
The fun thing about these plants is you'll see they have these ropes that wander around. In fact, here's one right here.
Oh, wow.
And those ropes are, see how they sprout out of the trunk right there?
Yes.
Well, the whole intent is that this tree is looking for, or this plant is looking for a tree to climb and uses those ropes to climb the tree. And so, and then we have the blue Mediterranean fan palm right there because we have it looks really good. These palms look great when they are next to dark green other plants or shadows. And here we have both. We have dark green, we have this Japanese maple, and then these blue palms will grow up and they'll look really stunning next to the Japanese maple. We have two. We have one flanking this side, and then more jasmine, and then another one here. And as you can see, the landscapers are going to come and clean up all this dirt. The deal is my whole system now is you guys dig the holes, get your gardeners to dig the holes. I come out, put the plants in, and then, leave. And then you have your gardeners just clean up all the extra dirt. Really, if they're going to do this, they should get big buckets. And then if they have the big buckets, then they don't have to scoop it twice. And then on the other side, we have one more little thing to show. Let's go see this. Okay. 3 cute little sago palms that will grow big with the Mexican fan palm as the big tall element here. And then again, we had a privacy issue. We put a really big, thick, look, no more privacy issue. Really big, thick Mediterranean fan palm here to mitigate the view of the street and, things like that happen down there. Now you don't see them. Okay, Helena.
Yes.
Was it worth it?
Absolutely.
Was it worth working with a crazy guy like me?
Yes.
Okay,
Was. For this
cool.
result, yes. This
Right
is
on.
beautiful, and I just appreciate your eye and hearing me out on what I wanted with
Right.
privacy, and I obviously got that and much more. So
You were an easy client. I was telling the guy that was working here with today, I was telling him about this other client is the exact opposite. And I'm like, this is so great working for like chill people like you. So thanks for having me.
oh, absolutely, and thanks for we just let you do your thing. So
Yeah, that was
I
fun.
think that's the best, that was the best way to do it.
Yeah,
So,
then you didn't even have to think about it. You just show up when it's done.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now it's time to do the back, right?
Yes.
All right, we have a big job in the back to do. So we're gonna go back there and kind of master plan that right now. All right, and that's all we know.